Welcome and karibuni to Aroma of Zanzibar. Today I'm going to share with you how I'm making this wonderful, delicious, simple sugar donut muffins. And I'm using all-purpose flour. I'm going to use about 1.5 cups of the flour for this recipe. And then about 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. And 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg powder, and you don't have to use nutmeg powder if you don't want or you don't have it. Then once our dry ingredients are sifted, we're just going to mix and combine them well. And then in another bowl, I've got about 1/2 cup of sugar and an egg. Please make sure that your egg is in room temperature. And you're just going to whisk this. You don't have to use a whisk. You can use a spatula. That should work, or a wooden spoon. That's fine too. And we just want to whisk it well, but at the same time, you can have, you want it to be like a little bit sandy, not too much, okay? The sugar should not be completely mixed. Then we add the milk. That's about 3/4 cup, and 1/4 cup of oil. I'm using canola oil. You can use any oil that doesn't have strong flavors or aromas. And about 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Then we're just going to add the flour all at the same time. This is a very simple recipe. And mix it well. And these are muffins, kind of. They're not cupcakes, so they really don't have to be smooth. You can have little lumps here and there. It's fine. So now we're ready to prepare the pan. I'm just going to grease it. Make sure you grease it very well, otherwise they will stick at the bottom. All right. Then you're just going to fill them up. Now this is a mini muffin pan that has about 24 cavities. Now if you don't have a mini muffin, you can use a cupcake pan, but you will need to bake it longer for about 15 minutes or so. So we've got our oven ready at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 177 Celsius. And these will bake for about 12 minutes. So after 12 minutes, you see how wonderful, how cute they look. And you just want to let them cool for about 2 minutes or so. And then we're going to roll them up in sugar. So I've got my sugar there, about 3/4 cup. And then some cinnamon powder, maybe about 1 teaspoon or so. You can add more, you can do less. I really don't measure this part. And also some nutmeg. And we're just going to roll these babies in sugar. Now the original recipe that I did about 6 years ago, I have a video too for this. I got it from Grace's Sweet Life, and also many recipes that I have seen, you actually apply some butter, melted butter, and then roll it in sugar. But I've been doing it without it, and I don't see the difference much. And I do have this recipe also. It's in English and Swahili subtitles, the old one. You can go back and check it out. So we're just gonna roll this in sugar. This is my to-go recipe. Whenever I'm in a hurry or I want something quick, these are perfect. And believe me, they go so fast before you know it. And that's about it. So I'm going to make the second batch with the chocolate. Now for the chocolate, I'm using 1.25 cups of flour, and I'm replacing the other 1/4 cup with cocoa powder. And then the rest of the ingredients are the same, no change. So just remember, if you want to do the chocolate, it's 1.25 cup of flour and 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. And that's it. Most of the time I like to do 2 batches. Like I said, they go very fast and they're perfect for tea or brunch or whatever. Okay, so we're just gonna pour this in the muffin pan, just like the other ones. And they are good when they're served warm, but most of the time I don't get to do that. All right, so the same way, just roll them in sugar. Because I have people who like chocolate, and sometimes we just like varieties. I can't make up my mind, so that's why I like to have both. And they're very light. You don't have to feel so guilty having these. And so they're ready, as you can see. So I got 2 veggies in less than an hour. All right, and I'm ready to have mine with some coffee. You can have them with tea. Well, thank you so much. For more recipes, please visit me at Aroma of Zanzibar, and you will find all the ingredients and the measurements in the description box below.